George Karl Sonics were super this year. Best record in the NBA, the team to beat in the West. Dynamic, determined. They entered the playoffs, the top seed, against Denver, the league's youngest team. The first two games in Seattle, impressive wins, leaving the Nuggets, the number 8 seed, staggering back to Denver. But Dan Issel's team didn't die. They played at a Rocky Mountain high, 2 stunning defeats absorbed by the heavy favorites from Seattle. The Mount, Mutombo, sent the Sonics reeling back home, pondering how difficult the playoffs can be and the reality that a superb season can be wasted unless they win today. Of 42 and 40 this season. However, winning only 14 on the row. Issel great with the Nuggets, an All-American at the University of Kentucky.
There is no secret to what he has to have, and it comes out of his backcourt. They've got to have composure and good decision making.
Time a year ago, Seattle able to survive a game 5 against the West. Another Utah, and then they survived game 7 against Houston, both at home. Gary Payton. That's who leads Seattle in the playoff series. Deflected, and the turnover goes to Abdul-Rauf of Denver. The slender guard from LSU out to Reggie Williams, star of game 3 with 31 points. The veteran from Georgetown.
They want to get Mahmoud off very quickly. And when he is struggling, they really have trouble generating points, particularly from the perimeter.
Williams and Payton.
They're trying to be patient and wait for Mahmoud.
Well, that was a heady play by Lafonso Ellis. He did not have control of the ball, so he just swatted it off the Seattle player. I hope that that'll wilt the younger Denver team.
That's the guy that's got to get Denver in it from the perimeter, and Mahmoud has missed early, and he's got to find the stroke floor. This is a player that came into camp heavy, and it took him almost half the season to get in shape, but he's going to be a forceful player.
Abdul-Rauf, his first points. It's 11-7 Seattle. Welcome back, Dan Issel and his Denver Nuggets huddle, and in the pack is Lafonso Ellis, who has 8 points to lead Denver here in the opening half.
Lafonso Ellis and Reggie Rogers, and now for Mutombo. But the problem for Denver has been their offense. They just have not been able to sync up and get into it quick enough. But Dan Issel looks at the scoreboard, and he's got to be happy with his position. And with Brian Williams working the glass and Mahmoud coming to the free throw line, 95%. You're not going to get many misses here.
Yeah, the best in the league. He was fouled by Payton, second on Payton. In fact, down to the last free throw of the season, had a chance to break Calvin Murphy's all-time season record and missed his last attempt, but missed only 10 all season. 229 trips, 10 misses for Abdul-Rauf, who suffers from Tourette's syndrome. Those electrical volts because of a chemical brain imbalance that causes him the tics and involuntary even utterances. Now he can still perform so brilliantly.
Smith is being guarded by Michael Cage, but they don't take advantage of the mismatch.
Whoa, indeed. Abdul-Rauf sees Brian Williams open on the wing, and that's Denver's biggest lead, 3.
Playing on the edge, if that's the way Brian Williams is playing today, he's playing with a vengeance and throws that one down. And again, the crowd very nervous here at the Coliseum.
Gary Payton gets a good pick, takes it inside, and scores. Payton with his 6th point.
And finishers in the NBA, and he slides in, uses his body, and is able to get a much-needed 2 points for the Sonics.
Oakland, California, migrated up to Corvallis, Oregon, and Oregon State. Payton loses Abdul-Rauf. Brian Williams tips it ahead to Reggie Williams, to Abdul-Rauf, and he gets it over Detlef Schrempf. 8 points for Abdul-Rauf.
The fast track is supposed to belong to the Sonics in this house, but the Nuggets suddenly challenging in the open court. Mahmoud gets the score.
Decisive trip for Denver. And George Karl, a very serious expression for the head coach of the Sonics.
Mahmoud battling Nate McMillan right there, almost forced a turnover.
Final shot for Denver. And McMillan hawking Abdul-Rauf. Abdul-Rauf is... Oh, what a scramble. And the end of the half. A furious flurry at the end of the half. And Dan Issel thought there should have been a foul called against his Nuggets.
Mahmoud goes up with the shot, and they come out of the rebound. Watch LaFonso Ellis. It's Tom Hammonds who has the ball, and they rip it away from him.
Issel looking for at least a jump ball. But that is the end of the half. And Dan Issel, while unhappy with the final seconds, has to be pleased with the pressure his young team has put on the #1 seed in the West. 44-41.
Giving me your support, Denver Jones.
LaFonso Ellis with 10, and he had some open shots on the wing. Abdul-Rauf, and he might be the key. Brian Williams, 8 points and 10 big boards. Seattle led by Sean Kemp with 11. And Gary Payton, as we said from the opening here, is the key to Seattle getting in the next round. And
hot hand to make the difference in winning or losing. Right now, the edge goes to the Sonics because they're at home. But Mutombo, he's going to try to change that. 8 on the shot clock.
Rauf, short rebound.
Sonics as they come back with pressure against Mahmoud.
Payton overacting, the officials feel, and Rauf can't hit. He was having trouble in practice yesterday, mad at himself. His confidence down a little. He's 3 for 10 today.
Abdul-Rauf, who has not been able to score, he's out of the ball game. Robert Pack is in. Ride me the rest of the way, and we'll get to the semifinals of the Western Conference.
There's his dominance, set a NBA 5-game series record. Marks that Bill Russell, the great Celtic, would have enjoyed seeing. Now it has to be a quick move by Seattle because they've got to score and find a way to get the ball back.
Go get a delay of game. Denver Nuggets do, but the Nuggets still have a foul to give. So they were in real trouble, and they want possession of the ball. That's all they want is possession of the basketball. They don't want to give up a 3.
And Perkins shoots the 2, blocked by Brian Williams, recovered by Gill. 8 seconds, Perkins batted back out. McMillan, another 3, way short.
That's it.
Mutombo embraces the ball, and the unlikely upset, one of the great upsets in NBA playoff history. The 8th seed, a team that was 2 games over 500 on the season. The Denver Nuggets, youngest in the NBA, have beaten the team with the best record in the NBA, the Seattle SuperSonics, and Dikembe Mutombo, one of the stars.